Well, hello. Welcome back to the weekly podcast, the Monday Motivation Podcast. No more excuses. This is your host, as always, Sandi Ballard. I'm a business coach. I help people realize their badassness. As someone said, I train them to find their inner badass. So, how are you doing? Appreciate you listening, sharing this podcast with others, and following me on social media. Shout out to George from Ireland who recently started following me on Twitter. So if you're out there following me or new to following me, reach out, say hey. It's always cool. Last week you were supposed to create your word of the year. Again, if you have not been listening, mine is expand. I heard from some of my clients that I've met with so far this month and listeners. A few other words are growth, consistency, and focus. And these words are great. With my client who created consistency, again, we looked back at her goals that she had previously set. And we looked at how that consistency, how the word consistency aligns with her goals, and how by staying consistent and creating consistency, she can achieve her goals. So that's the whole, point, I guess, of creating that word and keeping it around, right? So whatever word is yours, keep it handy, write it on your goal sheet. I also put mine on an intentions bracelet, so I'm wearing it all the time. Maybe write it on a Post-it on your desk. Maybe it's your computer background or screensaver, vision board, however and wherever your word of the year is. It's there to remind you to live by it and help you when you do your progress checks, okay? Don't forget, if you have not done this exercise yet, download the worksheet from my website, growingforward.biz, B-I-Z. Go back, listen to podcast 145, then email me, sballard@growingforward.biz, or post it here. What is your word of the year? And how do you think it's going to help you achieve your goals, right? And so now what? It's mid-January already. God, can you believe it? You've got your word, you've got your goals, hopefully all that, right? You plan, your action items, everything is all set up and you're raring to go. But you're starting to shake off the funk from the holidays, getting back into the swing of things. The routines, some are new, some have been working, so you're just continuing them. And like I said, now what? Now what's going on? What do you do? Well, what are you doing? What are you working on? What's helping you? What's distracting you? It's all about being aware of what's going on around you and your surroundings, your environment, right? As we get back into our routines, make sure you don't forget about your goals and realizing what's going on so you don't go on autopilot and end up in a rut or just not create any progress, okay? And when I received notification when George started following me and Twitter's like, you have a new follower, or any other social media for that matter, I realized I am living by my word, expand. Now, do I think about that word every day? No. But many days I do. And it might be maybe fresh or easier, or it's like fresh of mind, top of mind, more so for me because of what I do. And I'm helping my clients with their word. But keeping it around helps me be aware of what I'm doing and if I'm being intentional with my efforts. All right. Do you recall when I asked, it was a couple weeks ago probably, what's something new you will do or try in 2019? Right? Well, last week, in the help of with my tribe, my bitches, I kicked off a new happy hour connecting event called Bitches and Booze. And it was really cool to get so many comments and replies on how the women who attended loved it, the format, how it was unique. Yay, that's what it's all about. Refreshing and fun. And, the part of the format is having these women ask for what they need help with versus just give a sales pitch. And a lot of people thought that was a great idea. Because one thing and why we did that was I'm aware of the fact that women don't ask for help very often, right? So, with the awareness theme this week and the doing something new in 2019, I need to be more aware of what else we can do to create awareness about the next event on February 12th. So women in Indy, if you're listening, or I guess if you're listening and you're in Indy, message me and I'll give you the details. But creating more awareness about the event to expand that, to expand my connections and my network, but also be aware of how that awareness is helping others achieve their goals and how it's helping me expand and create progress. And at the end of the month, and end of January, when I do my progress check, did I achieve my 30-day goal? Am I staying on track? And how am I helping others? Right? So it's that whole, sounds like a lot, but the awareness aspect is what is going to be key to helping you create progress and have that 30-day goal be just on spot with it, right? So this week, I want you to think about your surroundings. Just take a breath, look around, and go, all right, what's going on? Be more aware of what's going on if there are distractions already in January, if there's anything that's challenging you, frustrating you, or what's helping you, okay? And what you can do new in 2019 that will help you achieve those goals, right? So it's a lot to think about. So this week, email me, sballard@growingforward.biz, or post here. Something, once you've looked around and noticed, what are you aware of? What is going on in your world, whether it's personally and professionally, because it all ties together, and what's something new you'll try in 2019. All right? I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to hearing how your awareness has helped you with your word of the year. All right? Have a great week. Cheers.